Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Bodhi.
Good evening to you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, have you had a good weekend?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah,
So great.
surviving.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now, all right, we'll go straight to Ratana Sutra.
Ratana Sutra. Okay.
That is on page
22?
32. Yeah, maybe 32.
Okay.
Okay, 32. It's a long sutra, but we have to go slowly.
Okay.
No, it's not 32. According to the new book, I think the last one I sent you, 1 second. It is 20 something, isn't it? Yeah,
20.
27, I think. 26,
27. Okay.
27. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
All right, Ratana Sutra. Now the question is, what is this Ratana Sutra? What do you mean by Ratana? What do you mean by Sutra? Everything is given as a sutra. Sutra is given as the method or the formula.
Method formula. Okay.
Formula or the method.
Yeah.
Sutra means formula. Now, it's easy for people to understand when I say formula because
Yeah,
those who
yeah.
have done the mathematics that, they know, everybody knows what a formula is. It is the method.
Yeah.
Yes, sutra is the method or the formula to make it easy.
Formula.
Ratana means Ratana. Okay, Ratana. What is
Ratana.
Ratana? It's important. Ratana is, I would say, when a person has the power, it's not given there. The when a person has the capability or the potential or the ability to carry out actions, all the actions, when I say actions, you do the actions with your body, you do the actions with your speaking, and when you are thinking, speaking, doing, any actions. So in all situations, if you can do it peacefully without hurting anybody, that is Ratana.
Oh, I see. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's the Ratana. Ratana means if you can carry out all your day-to-day activities with calmly and without troubling others, peacefully, then you are following Ratana Sutra. You are using the method of becoming calm. You are promoting calmness within your system. That is Ratana. Now Buddha explains here how to figure out our mistakes and become a person who can practice Ratana. Now, Ratana is compared to a pinnacle of a globe, uh, the Buddhist, what do you call that? With a top with a, cone. It's,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah,
mentioned it before,
yeah,
Pinnacle.
yeah. So that's the Ratana right at the top
Mm.
of that, Dahagaba, we say Dahagaba, or,
Mm, mm, mm.
sort of a structure. You get different structures in the world, in various
Yeah.
countries. So stupa, the top of the stupa,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
called stupa, right at the
Yes.
top. So
Yes,
it
yes.
is a pinnacle. There's a pinnacle. So that is Ratana. That symbolizes what means here. Ratana is symbolizes with that pinnacle or the
Mm,
top part of that stupa
yeah.
physically. So it's Ratana. Now, why we need to understand this? These are not in the sutra. These are all analyses. So whenever you read a sutra, these questions should come to your mind. Yeah, that's right, pinnacle. So that has to come to your mind. So what are the things to come to your mind when you are reading a sutra of Buddha? Why Buddha preach this? What are the benefits? What is the method given? And all sort of things have to be asked by yourself and
Mm,
try to figure out the answers. Now, otherwise, you are not read or understood the sutra properly. So I'm going to go very, very slowly with this one. It is with 14 verses and 15, 16, 17. Last three verses are very similar to each other. So we say the first one, we look at the first one, sorry, we look at the first one and the 14th one. The last one we consider as the 14th one. 15, 16, 17 is some sort of reminding of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So therefore, we can consider number 1 to 14 or 14 as the last one, which can be compared to the first one. So our next intention, next thing that we are going to do is to look at very briefly what verse 1 explains to us by the Buddha, and number 14, what that explains to us by the Buddha. So we are going to look at the first one and the 14th one. Yeah, you can go to the 14th one if you like. Yeah. 14th one
41.
is long way down. Yeah. Yeah, you have to
13
go down,
first.
down, down. Yeah, 14th one. And yeah, we are going to compare whether there is a link between the first and the last one.
Mm, okay.
So that's the method we adopt to understand this particular sutra or any other sutra. Doesn't matter.
Yes. Okay.
14th one.
Then, which page, please?
14th one is, one second,
I see.
should be on,
Oh, got it.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah. 14. Yes, on page, what's the real page? 43. So 27 to 43. 27 and 43. Now that's the interesting one. We'll come to that in a minute. So I want you to understand what these things are. If uh, you go back to number 1, please.
Mm, okay.
You can come back
Number,
to 14 here. Number 1.
number one.
Here you can take your time. Doesn't matter. Take your time. Go to number 1. So we
Mm,
have got few things to talk about. Number 1.
mm,
Buddha is talking about something related to Lobha, Dvesha, Moha, which we have studied in 10 defilements.
yeah. Lovadesh.
Lobha, Dvesha, and Moha.
Yes.
All right. So
Yeah.
Lobha, Dvesha, Moha, what are they? What are they going to do to us? Lobha, Dvesha, Moha, all bad or hurting actions. Lobha, Dvesha, Moha. It is written on page 21, 28 in the next page. Doesn't matter. Don't go there yet. So I'm just explaining from what we have studied. So now we are going from what we have studied to this particular verse to figure out what the meaning of these terms are. Okay. So
Yeah.
Loba Desha Moha, Loba is trying to get something from the outside, catch something from the outside to have happiness. That is Loba. Very, very simple terms. So I would like to have happiness by catching something from outside.
Yeah.
Of course, we know what we get from outside is Rupa, Upadana Rupa. So we try to get something through Upadana Rupa to have happiness.
Mm.
So that is what it is. So desperately trying to uh, lobe. Lobe is trying to protect the intention what the karma has put forward. So
Yeah.
that is right. Yeah. So protect the support the karma. In other words, you are protecting what the karma has asked us to do forward through the attraction or retraction. So it's for happiness. So we are all engaged in that to have happiness, love. Then immediately comes the dvesha or the anger. Why?
Mm.
Because there is a suspicion going in our mind whether I'm going to get it or not. Will I get it or not? Will I get that happiness or not? So that is working because we are trying to figure out whether I can have happiness. Then here comes the dvesha or the anger. Anger is created within ourselves. These are not in our system. We create them. We create them. Simply we create them in our, through our system. So when that happens, the moha comes. Moha is it's allow you to go forward with lobha and dosa without knowing what is happening with lobha and dosa. That is moha. That is ignorance. So we have the ignorance of not knowing. We don't know. Lobha and desha has come to the system and they are going to work with us and give suffering. We don't know that. So that is called moha. Moha is we are not aware that lobha and dosa are in the system and they have started to hurt ourselves, in other words. Make sense?
Yeah.
Every living being in this world is undergoing that particular situation. Lobha, dvesha, moha.
Yeah.
Lobha, dvesha, moha. So if you get a discourse or some discussion about Buddha, a lot of people are talking about Lobha, Dvesha, Moha. You may have heard about that if you uh, if you listen to a discourse from any monk in the
Mm.
world, they
Mm.
are most of them are talking about Lobha, Dvesha, Moha.
Yes.
So how to get rid of Lobha, Dvesha, Moha? Well, we have to understand what Lobha is doing. So karma, supporting the karma or protecting the karma to have happiness, but it
Mm.
is temporary happiness. We know they are fake. They are coming from the upadana rupa. So lobha, vesha, then the anger comes, then the moha.
Yeah.
It is similar to the five hindrances. Kama,
Yeah.
chanda, vyapada. Vyapada means anger again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's when the karma is there, anger is always there to help karma.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we have to be careful with that because whenever we like something or dislike something, here comes the anger. Whether it's possible to get it done or not.
Yeah.
So, Lobha Desha, now this is a good story, but it's very important. Every human being is creating these three items, Lobha, Dvesha, Moha, in their systems. Every
Yes.
here, every here and now, At this moment, when we are talking, in the world, almost all are creating Lobha, Dvesa, Moha, apart from Arahants, Buddhas, and the people who are at higher levels, according to the Buddha. Apart from them, all the human beings, all the living beings, animals, humans, they all are making Lobha, Dvesa, Moha. All right?
Yeah.
Of course. So at different levels, different levels, they are having this lobha, vesha, moha. Some are very high, some are very low.
Yeah.
Even though they are happening, those things are creating by their individual systems within their internal system or insight. Lobha, vesha, moha. So such a very sad situation, if you can see with when you look at the Buddha's teachings, through Buddha's teachings, when you see that, it's a very, very sad situation. uh, Lobha, Dvesha, Moha. Now, for example, you can get something. For example, I'll give you something, what is happening in a forest by an animal. So one animal is running behind the other to catch the animal,
Mm.
to have a meal.
It's the
Cruel situation. So Loba is there. Loba is, have happiness by eating that other animal. So it's,
mm,
and the anger is there.
yeah,
Even
dosha.
that particular person is having that meal, the anger comes. You can see the lions are, the,
Mm.
the
Dance.
the noise they make, the lions when they are eating, not allowing others to come close to him,
Mm.
other animals to catch the victim. So you can take a piece of that and so on. So lobha, dvesha, moha, but doesn't know it's going on in the system, because animal doesn't know. Of course they don't know, but
Yes.
we can't blame them because their system is made in that fashion. But human system is not like that. It is not made in that particular situation, you are victim. So anyway, now Lobha, Desha, Moha, therefore, Buddha says this Lobha, Desha, Moha, when it comes to the human beings, Lobha, Desha, Moha always disturbing our physical particles, physical particles,
Physical particles. Okay.
physical particles in the body. So
Yeah.
whenever we are going through Lobha, Dvesha, Moha, these three items, the physical particles get disturbed by compression, squeezing, warming up, and vibration. These are the four elements.
For
Four
elim
items. So they are
compression,
called, yeah, they are called Chatu Dhatu. Chatu Dhatu, four items. Chatu
screen,
means four. Dhatu means,
screen,
it's there
mm,
within. So Chatu
screen,
Dhatu, here it's there. Yeah,
vibration,
compression, squeezing, warming up, and the vibration. It's given
vibration. Okay.
Patavi, Buddha's terms, Patavi Apo Tejo Vayu. Patavi
Warming
Apo Tejo
up.
Vayu. It's written there. Good year to
Mm.
went to that place. Yeah, Patavi Apo Tejo Vayu. So there is a negative energy produced by the system. In other words, there is a
Mm.
negative energy coming from all the humans in this world, and this negative energy is every here and now is,
Yeah.
transmitted to the atmosphere every here and now. Just imagine, billions and billions of people are sending these energies, negative energies, to the environment. It's happening every here and now. These
Mm.
Buddha's terms, this is what Buddha said. Negative energy, because it's not good for anybody, because they are transmitting lobha, desha, moha. especially dvesha, the anger. So when that happens, so they are doing that to get the happiness. To get the happiness, you throw these things, create them, throw them, create them, throw them, create them, throw them. That's happening every year, continuously. It's happening
Mm.
non-stop, non-stop. So that is called bhuta. Bhuta in the first verse of that sutra. Bhuta second term. Yanita bhutani. Bhutani means that.
Putani, what does it mean? Sorry.
That means that process, bhuta, the
Ah,
four
process.
items, the four items.
Four
The
items. The
Patavi,
compassion,
Apo, Tejo, Vayu.
comparison.
Bhuta. Yeah.
Ah,
So it's a process. So
ah,
producing that four items, compassion, squeezing, warming up and vibration of the particles. Through that, there is a negative energy coming from every system due to that lobha desha moha. So it transmits, and it transmits in a sphere. When you say sphere, it's going in every direction,
every
going
direction.
in every
Every
direction towards
in
the
the
atmosphere, every direction.
wow, wow.
Unbelievable. Buddha's. Now see, I have written their negative energies. Patana
Penetrate the
Mahabhuta.
universe. Penetrate the
Universe, yeah, to the
universe.
universe.
Wow.
How far? How far? No one knows. How far? No one knows.
Yeah.
So all these things, all these negative energies, they are going as waves. These waves are, meeting each other. They are colliding. They're, hitting each other, and that is why we are having all these fears.
Yeah, yeah.
Fears means, we get, the unexpected rains, or the, bad weather, bad incidents like wars, all sort of things are happening due to this collision of these negative energies with anger. Pretty interesting, but
Yeah, very
dangerous,
interesting.
very dangerous.
Mm.
Although we say lovely world, this is what's happening from the people.
Yeah.
If they are not calm, that's why Buddha says these are not coming from the calm people. Yeah, collision. These are not coming from the calm people, peaceful people. They won't transmit such things. No, no, no chance. So Arahant, Buddhas, other disciples, Sangha, who are following the upekha, or the impartiality, those who are promoting impartiality, no, they won't transmit or disperse such bad energy to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is changing according to these negative energies. Some people destroy, others, other countries, they destroy this, that. All are due to these negative energies. It's a long story.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So everybody has got that inherited or embedded in the system to create lobha desha moha. So Buddha
Mm-hmm.
is asking here, Yani the means uh, inherited or embedded. Bhutani, Buddha says right at the beginning to the people, those who are listening to the Buddha, because this was at a town of Vesali, this particular discussion was done. So Buddha said everybody should stop that particular transmission power or the energy that you're going to send. Be peaceful and listen to me. So Buddha wants people to listen to Buddha without transmitting those things. That means When Buddha speaks, not to get angry with anybody or with Buddha, you know what I mean? So not to get angry with, due to some incident occurring while listening, say there is a disturbing sound coming from somewhere, don't get disturbed by that and transmit these negative energies. Because when you are doing something, when you are reading a book, if there is a sound obstructs your reading, then you get angry with that sound or the person who is sending that sound or the noise. So that is bhuta. Make sense?
Yeah.
So we are transmitting bhuta towards the person or the item which is making the sound or the noise.
Mm.
So Buddha requested them to live without promoting or developing bhuta within their self. Samagatani means reduce that, don't clinging to these things and listen to me. Yani the bhutani samagatani. Otherwise, Buddha says, Bhumma means your insight is going to send this thing to Yani the Buddha. Bhumma nivaya nivantalikke. Antalikke means to a distance, infinite distance, immeasurable distance this is going to go. So be careful, don't create those things while you are
Mm.
listening to me. Unbelievable sutra. Unbelievable sutra. Sabbeva bhuta sumana bhavantu. Next one. I'm going to come back to this over and over again. So third line says to control all these things and bring the calmness to the system, please.
Mm.
Bring the calmness to the system and listen to this discussion very carefully. That means don't send your mind here and there. Concentrate on what I'm talking about. Atopi sakkacha sunanta basitam means listen to this discussion with lot of intention and concentration. So again, if I go to the 4 lines, you have got negative energy created through lobha, vesha, moha, which are disturbing your system with physical system especially. Then when you are physically disturbed, you are always emotionally or mentally disturbed, isn't it?
Yeah. 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 It
So you are
is.
disturbed by this yani the bhutani samagatani. So you have to look at these things. It's happening without your knowledge or with your knowledge or without your knowledge. It could happen because these
Mm.
are coming and goes without our knowledge. So if somebody asks, did you get angry? No, I didn't get angry, but the system had that problem. So
Yeah.
this is how it happens without our knowledge. So,
Mm.
so control your bhuta, that is control your anger, which is transmitting towards the world or the universe,
Mm.
and listen to this here. Satara Mahabhuta. Bhuta is 4 items that Bhuta means compression, squeezing,
Freezing. Warm up.
warming up, and vibration of the
Yeah.
system. That is Bhuta, 4 Bhutas.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Maha means it's unbelievable. It has got Maha is large. It has got
Lunch.
such,
Great.
yeah, great, and it has got such a great or high power.
Yeah.
Satara
Yeah.
is 4. Satara is four. The Satara means four. Maha means great. Bhuta means four items that I said. Patavi,
Yes.
Apo, Tejo, Vayu. Satara
Yeah.
Maha Bhuta is Bhutang. Four negative energies. They transmit they have got, four negative energies. So
Yeah.
every human being, every being in this world, so we are talking about the human beings. So human beings are transmitting these four energies, negative energies, to the environment, to the universe, every here and now, due to what? Expectations.
Expectations.
Yes.
Ah.
So all the expectations are transmitting these four Satara Mahabhuta to the universe. The energy created to the Satara Mahabhuta to the uh, universe, and they are colliding. They are going as waves, and they are colliding here and there. Then the things are changing in the system. People are not happy to see others. They hate, hatred comes, I don't like that person, I like this person. All those things are, mixer of
So
this, that, everything
many
is
judgments.
a
Yes.
mess. It's a real mess in the outside.
Yeah.
So what a mess in the outside. We have to be very careful to safeguard our, the physical system. Buddha says safeguard. Don't go to the squeezing and vibration and warming up and compression, all sort of things happening to the particles. So stop that and listen to what I am going to explain now. It's a long sutra.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah, we love to. And also, yeah, currently we are also studying on this kind of topic, and such as the
That's
four negative energies. Yes.
the four energies here. So four energies, uh, negative energies, Satara Mahabhuta, where it came from, the thing that we studied, Lobha, Desha, Moha, where it comes from, Kama, Tanha, Rati, Raga, then comes Lobha, Desha, Moha. So
Yeah.
Kama, Tanha, Rati, Raga, they are the cause or the cause. Kama, Tanha,
Yeah.
Rati,
And
Raga, they are the
Raga,
cause. Kama,
cause.
Tanha,
Okay.
Rati, yeah, they are cause. The what is
Mm-hmm.
the cause, and the effect is low. Kama,
Lova,
Lobha, Moha,
Shama.
Matsarya, Krodha, Vaira. Those are the
Oh,
effects.
the
All are
last
effects.
piece.
Cause and
Ah,
effect. Cause and effect. So we have to look at what are the causes, what are the effects.
yes.
So Buddha, that's why Buddha's first sermon,
The
Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra, Buddha said to the five ascetics,
five aesthetic.
don't deal with kama sukallikanu yogo. It is
Mm,
very low grade thing to associate or deal with karma, because karma can produce all sort of problems to us
yeah.
physically and mentally.
Yes,
We
yes.
have to reduce our karma as much as we can. Like
Mm,
a shadow. Shadow is coming behind us. That is the amount of karma Buddha asks us to keep with us, like a shadow. No,
yeah.
not a heavy one, because shadow is not heavy. It's a very
Yeah.
light one. It is very light, and it's
Yeah.
coming behind us. We can't see even, we can't feel even. So you have to reduce your karma that you can't feel. Now see, everything has got a big meaning when Buddha says.
Yes.
That's quite interesting, but need to control. So again, yani the bhutani samagatani. So all these of bad energies, four energies, negative energies, please control them and try to keep your system calm, because otherwise it's going to go yani the bhutani samagatani bumma nivaya niva antalikke. Second line,
Second line. I cannot
Second
follow
line
it.
of the first verse. Yeah, we are still at the first verse. I don't want to go any further.
Second line.
Yeah,
This
second
one.
line. Yeah, so Buddha
Buddha.
says, Bumma Nivaya Nivam Talike. So that's the second line, Bumma. So first line
Burma.
is Yani the Bhutani Samagatani.
Mm,
Everybody please, this is what Buddha said to the crowd. Everybody please look after your Bhuta that can, you know, cause a lot of problems when you are listening to me. If that's, your concentration or your attention goes away from you if you stick to Bhuta, if you create Bhuta. So
mm,
therefore, control your Bhuta for the time being and be calmful. Otherwise, this Bhuta which is creating from your internal system will go towards the
universe.
universe and
Atmosphere.
immeasurable distance.
Immeasurable distance. Okay.
That is infinite distance. We don't know how long it's going to.
Infinite. Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
no idea. Sabde
Mm,
bhutta sumana bhavanti. So to reduce that and to control them, I'm explaining how to control them, because otherwise, go to Ratna Sutra. Ratana is your actions. You are going to do every action peacefully. So to do peacefully, you have to understand what are causing trouble here. So Buddha is creating the trouble. Where the Buddha is coming from? Lobha, Desha, Moha. Of the 10, these are the three items of the 10 unwholesome actions. So Kama, Tanna, Rati, Raga, Lobha, Desha, Moha. That is where it is originated. Yeah,
mm,
measurable distance. So originated from there. So it, you know, exaggerated, or it increases, and
mm,
it produces Bhuta, that is compression, squeezing, warming up and vibration of the particles. Then they produce the Bhuta. Then negative energy goes to the entire universe, no matter how far they are going to go. So you are going to be with them instead of listening to this. So that's why Buddha asked them to control them first, because Buddha knows when somebody listens, these are going to disturb that person. Whether we are in a classroom or anywhere, when we are listening to somebody, all sort of thoughts coming here and there and disturb us if the concentration cannot be kept firmly. So Buddha, as the uh, great teacher of this world,
yeah.
asks people to calm down first and listen. Atopi sakkaccha. Sakkaccha means this discussion.
Mm,
Atopi means listen to this discussion. Atopi sakkaccha sunantu basitam. With a calm mind, listen to this very carefully. Now, when a person has, taken out the bhuta, what would happen to that person? Number 14, the last 14th verse. We'll go to the 14th verse and see what
mm,
will happen to that person at the end. Yeah, that's what it is. Very good. So let us go to that, very carefully. Keenang Puranang Navang Natti Sambhavam. Now see, now we have to figure out whether that the problem that stated by the Buddha right at the beginning is resolved or controlled or eradicated at this stage. With this verse says that that problem has been resolved or not. Otherwise, if I give a meaning to this, wrong meaning, if it is not tallying with the first one, eradicating that, then the meaning is wrong. Okay? So you have to keep that in mind. When I'm giving the meaning to this number 14,
Mm.
it should tally with the question, the situation Buddha said about our system, whether that can be resolved or controlled or eradicated. Okay, let us go through this little by little. Kinang. Kinang is in the past. Sorry, Kinang Puranang. Puranang means in the past. Purana, not Kinang. Puranang is in the past. Kinang
Mm.
means eradicated whatever in the system embedded in the past. Kinang Purana. That means whatever collected in the past, that's what you collected means all the Upadana Rupa is collected in the system to bring up Lobha Dvesa Moha and create the four energies, negative energy. So whatever kept in the system, which were collected in the past, Purana, Kinan means that's eradicated now. Because after going through all these, a person who has going through these instructions said in the previous 12 or 13 or 12, nearly 12 verses. So that person has stick to the instruction given in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11, 12, 13. Up to that point, whatever said and done by the Buddha is practiced by this ascetic. So this is what that ascetic is going to achieve. Number 14 says that ascetic or the practitioner would come to this stage. That's what Buddha says. Kinang
Mm.
Puranang Navang Natti Sambhavang. Navang means there are 9 things in our system. We have got 2 eyes, not one. 2, uh, 2 nostrils.
Yo.
2 nostrils. So 2, 4,
Mm.
6, 7, and the body and the way 8, 9. There are 9 points where we grab things, not 6 senses. There are 9 senses. Buddha says, Buddha went, to elaborate exactly how many are there.
Interesting.
So Navang means 9.
Yeah.
It means no, they are not disturbing anymore with these things now. Sambhavang. Sambhavang means it's not going to change your. Sambhavang means not changing the particles. You are not becoming a different person. That's what it means. Now see, now I am here. I have no anger with anything. All of a sudden anger comes. Things are changing. I'll be a different person. So I have changed from now to the next step. So I'm not here anymore now. He's a different person now with anger. Can you understand that? So I'm
Yeah.
very cool. I'm calmly sitting here. All of a
Mm.
sudden there is a unwanted noise coming from
Mm.
outside. If I'm foolish, if I'm ignorant, I get annoyed. Then my entire system changes. If I'm not changing, that is sambhavang, no change. I'm not changing. Sambhavang means no change whatsoever. Natti. Natti means no. Sambhavang is change. No change. Natti is no. No change. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
Natti sambhavang. So now see when those embedded things are not working, am I going to get those negative energies as Buddha said earlier? No. So
No. Never.
I'm relieved from
Mm.
such situations now. Now see how
So good.
important to. join that with this, the first and the 14th one. So,
Mm.
Hinang Puranang Navang Natti Sambhavang. In other words, these 9 senses are not contributing anymore to work with the Upadana Rupa which were embedded earlier to change my system. That is what the first line says. Can you go back to that again, please?
First line.
Number 14, the first line. 14.
Number 14, the first line. Okay.
Yeah,
The first line.
yeah, first
This
line
one.
says, yeah. What it says is, Kinang is taken out, the old unwanted things, so Upadana Rupa, which are sitting here. When I
Mm.
say that, what that means is, say, all of a sudden, very old friend comes to your mind. Say, very, very old friend that you met, say, 20 years ago, you meet that person. So how do you identify that? Because the time you were, with that person, all the Upadana Rupa is sitting in your system is still there for 20 years. Whenever you see that person, that activates, that Upadana Rupa activates through the mind. And you identify, here it is. So and so has come. Okay? So
Yeah.
that is not a bad thing to identify a friend. That is not a sin. But if you have got angry thought which is sitting there, all of a sudden it comes when you see a person that you don't like, problem starts. So Buddha says such things are eradicated, gone away from this person's system, because that person adhered to the instructions given below in this sutra. So Kinang Puranang Navang Nat Sambhavang. So therefore, this system won't change no matter what about the previous or the past actions. So the past actions are not working within this system and change it. So then Buddha goes further. Virapta chitta. Rapta means warming. Rapta. Now, rati, we have studied. Kama, tanna, rati. Rati means warming up. So same sound here. Ratta. V means no. Ratta means warming up. No warming up.
Mm.
Due to the thoughts, chitta means thoughts, created by ayatanike. Ayatanike means 6 senses.
Ah, six senses.
Ayatanike means 6 senses. So 6 senses, or the 9, sorry, 9 senses, or whatever. Ayatanike
Yeah.
means it's one word for that. All nine senses will say, for according to this explanation.
Mm.
Bhavasming, bhava. Now see, the top one has got the last term. The top line has got, the first line has got the last term as bhavang. This has
Bawang.
got bhavang, bhavasming. Yeah, not is taken out. So no change due to the no warming up due to the thoughts that are happening even now.
Mm.
Nothing. Past is gone. Now is gone. Now this
Yeah.
person is not creating any things to get those things. Now see the
Yeah.
next line. The next line is quite interesting.
Mm.
Nibbanti Dhira. This great person is getting the calmness into the system. Nibbanti means bliss of Nibbana. That's what
Mm.
Nibbana, Nibbanti. Nibbanti is getting. Now see, these sounds are very close to each other. Nibbanti Dhira. Dhira means this noble person. Dhira
Mm.
means great person who has
Yeah.
gone through these things and control the system totally. Nibbanti Dhira What's the next one? Can you explore that? Yeah, we are still at 14, please. 14, 14. Yeah,
Yes, the 14 and this one.
yeah.
Ni
Nibbanti
para.
Dira
Yeah.
Yatayam Pradipo. So Pradeep Yatayam means inside this is lighting. You know, it's like a, what do you call it in the best term. It's lighting up. Inside is lighting up. Is
Ah.
is very, Nibbana. This noble person's inside is lighting up with Nibbana. Now there's a long story there, which
Mm.
I had to explain that in a very short form. I'll tell you
Okay,
what it is.
please.
Okay, now the Buddha says Aloko Uddapadi. Buddha says after enlightenment, Buddha said Aloko Uddapadi. That means when Buddha sees something, Buddha can see everything without the color. That
Yeah,
means
yeah,
everything
yeah.
without the color means Buddha can see the inside, interior of that thing. So that is what is
Spiritual
called
conscious.
Pradipo.
Ah,
So this
Padipo.
person can see everything as really they are.
Padipo. Follow me.
Pradipo, yeah. Yeah, thanks for doing that because you are trying to get the right word in your language. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to go fast. It's
Yeah, it's very interesting.
yeah,
Thank
very. Now see, when you join the two, that's why I said Ratana Sutra is unbelievable. When you look at the other terms, I always think about Ratana Sutra when I go to bed.
you. Yeah, so
For a
incredible.
few minutes, then you concentrate on that, you become a different person. When I go to bed, I normally go to bed at 12:30 in the night.
Oh,
Every day 12:30. Then
mm,
I get up at 8 o'clock and it's a complete sleep.
so good.
No bad dreams or anything like that.
Net now. No.
Because you are with Ratana Sutra. So your system is with Ratana Sutra.
So great.
Yeah. Now the next one is I had to worship Buddha for all these
Mm,
things. Yeah.
me
So
as well.
next line
Worship.
is yeah, yeah. The next line is unbelievable.
Mm,
Idam is sange ratanang panita. That's Ratan is that term has come.
yeah,
Every
yeah.
every term has got ratanam panitang. Idampi sange ratan. Itampi sange ratanam panitang etena satchena swati hoti. Those two lines are in everything. Sometimes it's a Sange, sometimes it's a Buddha, sometimes it's a Dhamma. So this one is Sange. That Sangha is the disciple. So that disciple, that person becomes a complete disciple.
Mm,
With Ratana. Ratana means all the actions are taking place within that Sangha or the disciple system with peace, peacefully. Idampi sange ratanang panita. Panitang means what a wonderful situation that I am experiencing. All my actions are happening with peace or
mm,
peacefully.
mm,
Due to that particular situation, let everybody in this world become calm. That's a wish in the last one.
mm,
Etena satchena, through that particular truthful situation, because that person has done this truthfully to that person, him or herself. Suatti hotu means me, while me becoming calm, let the others also become calm. So it's a message given from the system itself. Without any effort, it's coming from that system, because this harmful system produces harmful concepts to the world. A harmful system can't bring angry concepts or thoughts. You're with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can understand. So look at the first one and the last one again. We'll go to the first one again.
First one, first line or first verse?
First verse, sorry. First verse of
Uh,
the sutra. Yeah, first verse.
Okay.
I
This
would,
verse
I
is
would have
here.
said first verse. Yeah, sorry. So first
Mm-mm.
verse. Yani the bhutani samagatani. Yani the bhutani samagatani. So even if you can't remember this, if you can remember the meaning, that is great.
Mm.
Yani the bhutani samagatani bhumma nivaya nivam talikke. Sabbeva bhuta sumana bhavantu atopi sakkaccha sunantu basita. Now, if you look at the text, some texts explain this entirely different. Uh, I don't want to say anything about it, because that's not my job to criticize others. I'm not criticizing others because I don't want to bring the anger into my system again. So, although they say anything in the books or whatever, what you have to realize is, this is my view. What you have to realize is whether there is a line of thinking with the first and the second, first, second, and the third, first, second, third, and the fourth, one, two, three, four, and the fifth, one, two, three, four, five, and the sixth, and so on, up to number 40 in this sutra. Even in other sutras, should be the same. If there is a line of thinking, correct line of thinking, it makes sense. When it explains, or it should spell out how to practice and get the final results. Then only you believe. Because one person asked Buddha, the Buddha went to this particular, this is a story, true story. Buddha went to this village. The village people scolded at Buddha and said, "Don't come here. We don't want to listen to you." Then Buddha asked, "Why?" Buddha said, the people said, about 4 or 5 people came and preached their views. Okay? So when we
Yeah.
ask questions, they didn't answer, and whatever said was all wrong. So we believe you're also telling something like that. So we don't want to listen to you. So they raised the questions, asking who should we believe and how. Buddha's answer is very clear. Buddha said, no matter who comes and tells you, anybody can come and tell you this is true, this is what I experienced, this, that. Don't believe anything unless you put that into your system and see whether it works or not. If it works in your system, I don't have to say to you, you will believe it. Otherwise, you will reject it. I know that if it doesn't work. So I'm preaching something which works within your system. So you better listen to me and try it out. That's called Kalama Sutra. Kalama Sutra.
Okay.
So it's similar here. Okay, now
Mm.
go through this one. Yani the bhutani samagatani. I want you to, consolidate on this particular request.
Mm.
Keep your all your, four negative energies away from your system right now. Please. That's what Buddha said. Bumma nivaya nivam talike. Otherwise, they can damage the entire universe, and they can travel to a distance, immeasurable distance.
Yeah, in the
Deva
shepherd.
Bhuta Sumana Bhavantu. So control all these things and bring up the compassion or the calmness to your system and atopi sakkacha sunantu bhasita. Please listen to this particular discourse with that mind or the thinking, in that mindset. With that mindset, listen to this.
Ah,
With that
okay.
mindset. So Buddha,
So,
Buddha very first part says Buddha set the mind of that person, people who are listening, in the right direction to grasp or understand or comprehend this particular sutra or the verses of the sutra one by one properly. So the mindset is put in the right direction or the right track. That is the first one says. Because there is a very bad thing happening in the system with this bhuta.
yeah,
I hope that you can understand the first one now. So we'll go to
yeah,
number 14
I
and
can.
yeah, finish it off with the 14 for today. Okay, we'll go to number 14. Yeah, thank you. So Kinang is eradicated. Purana means all the old parts which are giving all these problems are eradicated, thrown away. We don't want that. Doesn't matter. There are old things, very good ones, but these are not good ones, gone out. So that has to be go out. So Kinang Purana, which are collected, Navang Natti. Navang is nine uh, senses, which collected through nine senses. Nine senses, Navang Natti. Now the nine senses are not working towards them to change the system. Natti Sambhavang. Bhavang means your system is not going to change. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the example that I said long time ago. I think that mother is waiting for the son to have
Yeah.
dinner. So the mother used to come at 7 o'clock after work. So that day, 7 o'clock passed. Son didn't arrive. Then
Didn't show up.
7:15, the son didn't arrive.
Mm.
7:30, son didn't arrive. So the mother's system is changing
Listen.
now. Calmness goes away. Fear comes. Here comes the fear. The speed goes down in the system. The blood
Oh.
pressure goes up and down. Thinking
Mm.
about the sun. Now see, these are happening. Buddha says all these things. So,
Oh.
so that is called have change. But Dear says, Navang Natti Sambhavang, no change like that, no matter what. Now Buddha says, these the example, again the same example. Say, this mother, maybe some different mother, say, not the same mother, some other mother, okay. Had the same problem, similar one, son went, didn't come, got the telephone call, he met with an accident, died. Okay, say that's the message got by this mother. So the mother
So
who
sad.
has gone, practicing Buddha's things will not get upset. Why? The mother knows, although his body is dead, he is in another place.
Gorgeous.
So therefore, mother is not going to change the pattern of the system works. So no compression, no squeezing, no vibration, no
Um,
vibration or no warming up,
yeah.
no fear,
Yeah.
nothing. No fear, nothing.
Mm.
So if a person can come up to that state, that person is following what Buddha says. Okay, now viratta chitta, ratta viratta, no warming up. Now see again, ratta, no warming up due to chitta means thoughts. Even
Mm.
thought comes, doesn't change. So the thought is inert. That thought has no substance to
Yeah.
warm up the system, no substance in the thought. So it's
Yeah.
Rupa Vedana Sanya only, no Sankara Vinyan. That thought
So
is
good.
away from Sankara and Vinyan. Ayatanic Bhavasming, so no change of through the 6 or the 9 senses are not supporting to change again.
Mm.
So Kinang Puranang Navannatti Sambhavam Viratta Chitta Ayataning Bhavasming Te Kina Bija Abhyul Vittang Chanda. Yeah, I didn't explain that earlier. Sorry. The Kinang, did I explain that?
Kina? What?
Bija means very very tiny things in the system, right? Now see,
Yeah.
the first line says the whole set of things. The
Mm.
third one says whether anything is in a minute form in the system, bija. Bija means very minute things.
Mm.
Inang, that is taken out as well. In the in the past few hours, if that is sticking there, that's gone.
Mm.
Bad things. Viratta chitta ayatanim bhavasming. So it means no support. Chanda means, now see, chanda means kama chanda. Kama chanda, we learned that kama chanda is selecting, so it's not selecting the small things sitting in the mind to activate such things. No support at all.
Mm.
That's what it means. So this person became a 100%, the full monk, or the monkhood has been achieved. Nibbanti dira yatayang padipo. So it's inside is lighting up. Idampi sange ratanam panita. Unbelievable. When I'm talking about this, my system is changing to the peaceful situation all the time. So great. No? Idampi sange ratanam panitang etena satchena suvattiho. So if you're happy, we'll stop there. And can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
listening to you.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, so it's so great. Now, I think it's better to concentrate on what I said over
Yeah.
and over again for a few minutes. Tomorrow, if you haven't got time today, tomorrow at least, before coming to the next one, because it
Mm.
helps. So
Yeah.
just concentrate on these two. It's not difficult to understand, which is fairly uh, understandable because it's happening to us. It is
Yeah,
something
yeah,
going on in our system. So with
yeah.
this,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Our system can taste it.
yeah,
Yes.
it contains in our system. So if you're happy with that, we'll stop there. If you don't mind, if
Yeah,
you've got
okay.
questions, you can ask. I think, yeah, you can ask questions when you are when you have listen to everything. You can ask questions.
Yeah, okay. I will
Because
ask
if you want
later.
to ask questions, even now you can ask. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will ask later.
Yeah,
Because
because it's better to ask. Yeah, I like to have questions on this sutra because these are very, very
powerful,
important and
incredible.
very mind blowing sutra.
Yes, yes. Yeah, mind
Unbelievable.
blowing.
Yeah,
I like this word. Yes.
yeah. Okay, everybody. Then, if you're happy, we'll stop there. All the best, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much for your incredible, impressive yeah speech. I love
thank,
it. Thank you.
thank you so much. Yeah, all the best. Okay, take care.
All the best. Bye bye.
Bye bye.